Hello, and welcome back to Hoi 4, Equestria War, the free territories of Aquilia under Merlock wood. In today's episode, we continue our war against Skyfall, and I think I already read. I think the game did not save those last 2 days, so good thing I kept the autosave. So who cares? And yeah, I took you. Whatever. Spread communal democracy. Aquilia is unique in that its constitutional regions of Vina, Rilla, Westkeep have operated semi-autonomously for some time. They are the perfect places to gradually push our ideals of communal democracy and federalism, as their pre-existing institution can be co-opted and somewhat declawed to operate within our perfected system. How long I got? Okay, I still got 15 days, and then I have time before that, so yeah, I'm cool to just chill and defeat Skyfall. Alright, boom, 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 there we go, dead, 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 boom, 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 yeah. Okay, Skyfall, one of the ones I actually got an Annex War Goal on, cannot be integrated. A Featherisa can be integrated, even though I didn't get a War Goal on them. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Hey, they've finished unification. Good for you. Alright, well, here we are. We've gotten all our claims, at least we're about to. And, yeah, we've just got, well, a massive empire to fight. And then we're good. Alright. Boom, there we go. Submit demands, and yeah. Well, we've formed Aquilia. Here we are. Yep, yeah. There we go. So besides Skyfall, we can integrate all those guys. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Good. Now we could still try to expand further, but these are going to take a lot longer to justify. Though, really, we only have one target left, so honestly, we might as well go for it. It's our last target we have, since they're... Actually, those guys are only guaranteeing each other. So I could definitely go after them as well. Why not, right? We must, give them freedom from their despotism and monarchism. Like, freedom for all. Right? Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Freedom. A libertarian education. For a democratic, especially direct democratic system to work, the populace needs to be knowledgeable enough to realize what is best for them. This is why we must ensure that every Griffin in Adelart has the ability to achieve higher education, even if it was somewhat unorthodox methods. Our soldiers have thoroughly emptied all the bank vaults of Floina. Now we can freely invest all of our wealth. One of the biggest and the richest Griffin cities, the ancient city of Skyfall, has been the center of maritime trade and Griffin culture for a millennium. Alright, so we're getting a few good benefits from our places that we take. Some temporary, some not. The more preparation, the better. Alright, we definitely need more guns. And then I definitely want to begin the research over here. But I also want to get these. Expand auxiliary jurisdiction. The AAAA has served us well throughout our campaigns in Griffwald. However, now that we have liberated the despotic monarchy, we should consider modernizing our force, expanding its influence to Aquilia. The communities of Adelart shall reform the AAAA into the anarchist army of Adelart and Aquilia, forming an auxiliary brigade worthy of protecting the Adelartian people. Woo! Let's go. So yeah, you're dealing with that. That's interesting. So they're going through a civil war and they're fighting each other, but both sides are fighting the changelings. What is this China, Japan stuff going on here? This is so weird. Like, the communists are here fighting both sides. They're fighting them, and them. They're just fighting them. Like, this is just weird stuff going on. Whatever. Also, the black and white storm is going off? That is the biggest black and white storm I have ever seen. Sheesh. Oh my good. Okay. I mean, I've seen them declare war, and I've seen them, like, take a province, but I've never seen them get that big. Like, I am impressed. Popular musician performs in Canterlot. Wow, how lovely. That's definitely what I care about right now. Yeah. I mean, I suppose I could try to go after Hawkland as well, but you know, whatever. Anti-monarchist reprisals. We must ensure that the Age of Reaction never again have the power to subdue others. Violently and quickly, it is imperative that they be made an example of, so that those who so much as consider a movement to rid themselves of anarchist progress do no harm to those that accept and embrace our tenets. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Da 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 da. Is that a phone? Is it ringing? Oh my goodness, yes, it's true. A ringing phone, it's right there. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, guys. It's a ringing phone. It's a ringing phone. It's a ringing phone. And it's right there. Yes, it's right there.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
So, who are the freeholders? I genuinely have... like, they're big. Okay, so there if they go, like, winning... They're going the fastest path in the suit. Interesting. I don't recognize that at all. Also, Prywin! Huh, Prywin, I don't think that's your normal location. Yeah, I don't think the Prywin's having a good time in this war. But, you know, it happens. Sometimes ones don't go quite as planned. I am worried about getting caught in a two-front war, but, you know. Also, because that would duchy, they might just not even fight them and just be like, hey, let me be part of you again. Let lambs become lions. Griffinkind has stood up, fought against the oppressors of its own making, and has emerged victorious. Never again shall we sit idle, whilst the proponents of reaction run rampant. Never again shall we be tricked by those who think themselves above us all. We are free from the ailments of the state. Woo! Yeah! Let's go! There we go. That's good building order. Go ahead and, like, obliterate them. Anarchy enduring. Wood never really got used to living in Aquilia. It was beautiful, but it felt like a vanity project for a bunch of Aquilian sheriffs. The palaces felt hollow. The streets felt like they were crafted by claws for efficiency over everything else. The temples and parks were the only places that felt comfortable, but even those places had the shadows of pride loom over them. He needed a break, so he jumped at the offer from Naylor to visit Rila on official business. In quotation. The city still rings of Aquilian vanity, but it felt more personal. After a day of taking in the recovery of the city and enjoying the beach, he went to pay his respects to the Grand Temple of Arceus with Naylor. Both were silent on the steps up, partly out of respect and partly because of the poor choice they both made in walking rather than flying up such a tall temple. But once they were up at the top, Naylor stopped. After a few steps, so did Wood. "Boss, are you alright?" Wood turned around, confused. "Why do you ask, Nai?" Naylor sat on the top of a set and shrugged, before Wood sat next to him. "I don't know, boss. Everything's changed so quickly, and it feels like the speed of it all has Naylor gestured with his claws, unable to find the words. "Caught up with ye, I suppose." Wood stayed silent as Naylor looked out to the sky. He felt like he squinted. He could see the Aquilia from here. "I might be shooting in the dark here, boss, but I know that something's eating ya." Wood stayed silent. You don't gotta say nothing if you don't wanna. But I figured this would be the perfect chance to get ya from the Steffi offices and just heal. Naylor sighed. "I gotta know." He stopped and turned towards Wood. "Merlock, are you happy?" "Yes." "And that's good enough for me?" Alright, there we go. Alright. I mean, I still haven't worked on the economy at all. Who needs an economy, am I right? Refine the peasant councils. Adelart shall never stand for the whims of corrupt politicians. Rather, our representatives of the people shall remain ever vigilant in their quest to bring peace, land, and gold to all the poor and needy of Adelart. Never shall we act in our own interest, for then we would not be true servants of Adelart. Beautiful. Alright. I want you there, you there, you there. You go there. You go there. And you will also go there. Yeah, we can still declare a Griffonian free territory if we control Griffinheim. So that's my goal now. So I need Griffinheim to do that. A Workers' Confederation. Merlock scratched his head as he looked over his new office. It was thrown together from one of the older Berlung cottages, which meant it was cramped and barren of anything aside from a simple desk, a chair, and piles upon piles of paper. Mostly unfinished documents and some simple blank pieces of paper waiting for his claw writing. Slumping into the creaky wooden chair, Merlock stared blankly at the first document of the day. When pinned by himself originally, and before even getting partway through, he wanted to thwack his former self right in the beak. By the time he was at the end, he had already forgotten the title. He signed it, stamped it, and went to the next sheet. It wasn't even 10 minutes later that Merlock found himself staring out the singular, dusty window of the cottage, looking through the murky glass at the trees off in the distance. He could see himself back in Merrygrif's, away from this tiny room. With a blink, he was back, trying to stare through a barely see-through window, seeing nothing but his own reflection in the sea of paperwork surrounding him. Merlock thumped his head against the desk in frustration. The sound of old door creaking open reached his ear. Merlock's second in command, Little Naylor, poked his head through. "Merlock, you in here, boss?" In his eagerness, Naylor pushed the door further, causing a stack of blank paper to tumble to the floor. Merlock raised his head slightly and waved, his weariness evident. "I could barely see you, boss," Naylor laughed, trying to sweep up the mess. "In the middle of all this, I'd assumed you were an old paperweight," Merlock groaned. "Aw, nah. As great as it is to see you, I'm kinda busy." Naylor placed the blank pile in front of Merlock. "That's why I'm here, boss," he said, a sly smile on his beak. "You didn't think you'd be stuck in this mess alone, did ya? I figured you'd be having some issues, so I called Merrygrif's over to help. If the great Merlock Wood needs us, of course. You're a lifesaver, nay?" "Hey! That's a new general. I will take that. I will instantly promote you." Children of the Forest. If you're building for the future, you need to keep your foundation strong, such has always been the goal of Merlock Wood ever since Adelart was created. And among those great foundations is a certain spirit of community that can only truly function in a society where the farms and forests that made Adelart what it is can prosper and grow unharmed. Sounds right. Oh, I see. The fall of them means that, that they're just gone. Understood. Well, Stalingrad and Arctic Empire are keeping out of it, but besides them, yeah, they're all being punished. Sure, we'll expand them. Why not? Alright. Man, hopefully some of these get descriptions at some point. Because I love descriptions of even the... Because some nations, even the smallest little thing gets a description. And I just love that so much. An economy for all of us. The sole purpose of an economy is not for profit and modernization. It is for self-accusation and common purpose, encouraging that our agricultural values are kept intact and continuing. Our principles of worker self-management will surely lead to a careful but effective transition into the modern world. Sounds good to me. The Storm King's heir. Interesting, interesting. Alright, we've built up our strength. We really need to get these next. And then I feel like we're ready. Keep pushing. There we go. Annex all you up. And there we go. That'll be your potential want for the moment, at least. Support rural schooling. A child has as much to learn in the schoolhouse as they do in a farm. We will offer better pay for rural teachers and grant more supplies at our schools in hope of improving the academic standards outside the cities. Alright. The shortest one, I'm going to go ahead and have you do that. Because that's going to take a while. And then I'll just have them finish up that one after I get these four. Sorry about that. We're back. Great timing to glitch out. I mean, we were just about to be done with the episode anyway, so thanks for the timing. Very, very great timing. Thanks. Woo. Alright, let's go down some. Because I want to add some to you guys. There is little sense in letting the unfortunate scientific minds that were made to serve Griffwald be put to waste. We will offer pardons and forgiveness to those that are willing to work with us to build a brighter future. Yeah. Alright, I want to get these done, and I want to get that done. But then I think I'm ready to do some war. I mean, at least start to try. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, am I right? I mean, what's ever gone wrong when someone's like, hey, what's the worst that could happen? Let's just go for it. Am I right? I think that usually goes well. I'm pretty sure. So because that usually goes well, I think that's just what I'm going to do. And nothing could possibly go wrong. Ding! Limited urbanization. We must carefully encourage excess agrarian workers to migrate to the cities, but we cannot blindly bring them in a mass. A reckless approach like that would lead to overcrowding and poverty. We will instead arrange a limit-based system where agrarian workers are slowly transitioned into their new urban environment. Sounds like we're like moving plants or something, or like animals that need to go to a different environment. It doesn't sound like we're talking about people. But whatever. Hey, they actually did go to war. In fact, they have a little group of people that are going to war. But I think this is a good time to go ahead and end this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button. And as always, peace.